219. Hashtag black white at Black Puerto Rican PhD. Hashtag VerseTV 219D.
The narrative in the United States of America is that most Africans who were captured ended up in the United States. Absolutely not. Most of the Africans that were captured and enslaved through the transatlantic slave trade ended up what we now call Latin America. The United States, 307,000 people that they would enslave. Cuba, 765,000. Jamaica, obviously, 935,000. The Caribbean alone, almost 3 million. Haiti, which is why they hate Haiti, the first black republic ever. People don't understand Haiti. Then Dominicans will be like, maybe there's been issues with Haiti, and it's like y'all on the same island, but it's easy for people to be like, yo, why Dominicans mad anti-black? I'm like, they live in America. Why would they want to be black if they didn't have to say they were black? Like, this is, they didn't only colonize our lands, they colonized our minds. So yeah, if you're from the DR and you come to the United States and people are like, you're just Dominican, not black, but eventually you black. If you're in New York City, you're gonna find out real quick who you are,
So my initial reaction is she is absolutely correct. Yes. And one of my former mental health counselors hipped me to the fact that, yes, as far as who was brought there, now there's a little extra piece that she didn't mention that for whatever reason. But yes, more people were brought to the Caribbean and stuff than America. But that's largely because it was so hot there. The masters would burn through slaves, enslaved humans. They would burn, like people would just die in the heat, having to do all that hard work in that hot heat. So they would have to keep constantly going back, get more and more and more. So they would just burn through people. And that's how that was, unfortunately, burning through our ancestors. Also, she's absolutely right with the whole colonized our minds thing. And yeah, before I learned how to love myself, and that's why I make it a point to mention now I love myself as a Black gay man, because there was very much a time that I hated the fact that I was Black. I remember one time in school, a dude, when I lived in upstate New York, a dude was like, boy, I'll slap the black off you. And I was like, how dare you? You're racist, blah, blah, blah. And believe it or not, it's actually even, it sort of gets me to even mention it. But I went home that day and I attempted to slap the black off myself. Yeah. And it was what made me change my mind while I was in the middle of it, is I was like, you know what? How would I explain my family? Because my family wouldn't do it with me. And I love my family very much. So I wouldn't want to separate myself from my family by slapping the black off myself. So I stopped it. But I will also mention that, yeah, as far as the whole Dominican thing, years ago, my former barber was in a Dominican barber shop. He wasn't Dominican himself, but he was in a Dominican barber shop. And the Dominican owners of that shop were literally my same complexion, literally. And they literally would answer on their census that they were white. And that just shows you how convoluted and ridiculous the concept of race really is. It's ridiculous. And But I get what she's saying as far as people not wanting to be black because black gets a really bum rep. So I understand people being like, if they have a choice, they wouldn't choose it. I get it. I get that.
Mm.
Anyway, basic complexity. I know I went over a little bit. My bad.
That's fine. Well, first off, I do completely agree with you. Because just acknowledging that you are black comes with a lot of unnecessary or unwanted drama. So yeah. But it after hearing that, it's sad but unfortunately true. Um yeah, being in the US, um you will learn really pretty quick that you are just black, period. Nothing else to it. Um, and you have to just come to terms with it, accept it on your own time, whenever that is. Um, I don't know exactly why I was like this, but um years ago, and I I was probably in my late teens, maybe early 20s, and I was asked if I was biracial, or to be, I'm sorry, I was asked if I was mixed, or to be politically correct, biracial. Um, and yeah, at that young age, I was at the time, yeah, I was pissed. I was like, no, I'm black and sorry. Um, and well, I don't understand, or I was approached by a black dude years ago and was asked if I was mixed.